Alright, so we're on a Metropolitan line service to Chesham, and what we are going to be doing is we're going to be exploring the Buckinghamshire Tube Triangle. So I've named it as such because Chesham, Chalfont Latimer and Amersham are arranged in a sort of triangle. So today we're going to be showing you all three of those stations, and yeah, let's go. So I'm pretty sure that bridge is the M25, but if I'm wrong, let me know. And now we're going through some of the loneliest bits of the line, through some forest and open farms. Quite unusual for a metro service. Come ride this section of the Metropolitan line if you want a moment of peace and quiet at any station. Right, we're at Chorleywood Station. I think this is the least used station on the line. And it's one of 12 stations on the network which doesn't have a barrier. Oh no, it does have a barrier. I noticed it on the other side.
No, she's nice.
Going off topic, one odd thing about the subsurface lines is that it involves with the northern line. So they meet up at King's Cross and Pancras, then they split up and actually meet up again at Moorgate, and for 2 stations away. And in fact, the same thing is true with the northern line, because there are 2 stations on that line between King's Cross and Moorgate. One day I may do a video on why this is the case. And they've also added the Elizabeth line interchange stickers on there too. Well done.
And National Rail Services.
Alright, so now entering Chalfont and Latimer, which is the hub for the Chess Valley. But the village of Latimer is about a mile to the north. In fact, the station is located in the suburb of Little Chalfont. Or, not really a suburb, it's a town. The town of Little Chalfont.
This is Chalfont and Latimer.
Change for Met services to Amersham and National Rail Services.
Metropolitan line train to Chesham. The next station is Chesham.
Alright, so an odd thing about the Chesham branch is for the S-stop trains, the trains have to go over a set of points, and they have to actually cross the the up line, which creates quite a bottleneck. But actually, because Chesham actually used to be a shuttle station, and the shuttle started from this station only, but that got discontinued, and I'll explain why later. Right, here we go. We're now going to enter the over the set of points to reach the single track. So now we leave the Amersham track, which is here, and then we're on the up Amersham, which is the one to the City of London. And now we're on our own track. And this is actually the longest distance between 2 stations anywhere on the underground, between Chalfont and Chesham. We'll show it from here. And Chesham station is high in the hills and requires some climbing and some steep gradients. Right, those signals which we pass are collecting signals, and the reason why they are there is a mystery to this day. So you can't really see it because of the sun, but we're about to diverge off of the main line, the one to Amersham. Now the track will continue to be widened. The tracing. And alright, now we've officially entered the branch line. We now officially enter the branch line. There you go, we're off. So basically, when trains actually depart Chalfont, they don't have after the collecting signals, the signals end, and this is the reason why this branch line is single track. And we just travel through high hills and forests, nowhere near any roads or civilization. So it will be a long, straight section. And again, I told you, this is the longest distance between two stations. And the distance is about 3.9 miles long. Or about 6 kilometers. We now go through some forest. And then you can see some glimpses of the hills. So now we're high in the hills. Look at that. Oh yeah, that is so good. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful hills. And now the branch starts to wind and climb as it traverses into the hills. They should really add a station on this branch line known as Chesham Boys. There's already a Thaden Boys which is the penultimate stop on the central line, east, in the northeast, in Essex. And, oh, look at that! That is so good. Those hills in the distance. They should add a station in this area here, where the train is passing by now. They have to add a station here. And now we're high in the hills and starting to approach civilization again. passing through the suburb of Waterside. It's a very scenic journey. Starting to approach the single platform station, which is Chesham.
The next station is Chesham, where this train terminates. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Now we enter very slowly, around 10 miles an hour, according to that speed limit sign. And then we enter the furthest station away from central London, which is 25 miles, or about 40 kilometers from Charing Cross, which is the main center point of London. And here's Chesham Station. It's an excellent example of a small countryside station. In fact, it's not really used. Not quite useful for tube trains, but it's quite unusual, shall I say. Beautiful station. Oh yeah. Here we are at the first station, Chesham.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Chesham.
Right, so welcome to Chesham Station. Actually, this was not intended to be the terminus because the Metropolitan Railway had plans to head even further, all the way up to Tring on the West Coast Main Line. But that never happened, unfortunately. This is a really quaint station. You can breathe clean air while no tube trains are on the single platform. And in fact, this is actually, this bit here is actually an island, because here is a disused platform, and over here, if I just just jog over to here, and you got this wonderful garden here. Which won a competition back in the 1990s, 1993 respectively. And there's actually a poster which says "Out and About" on the Metropolitan line. Here. And if you want to head further way into the countryside from London, take the Metropolitan line. So you have Pinner for the Heath Robinson Museum, Uxbridge, Wembley Park, Finchley Road, and all the way until Aldgate, with many of the major stations along the way. Randall's here. Actually, I know why the station is called Chesham, because the Chess bit means the station is in the Chess Valley, and Ham is the is an Anglo-Saxon word meaning village or a low-lying piece of land. So hence the name Chesham. Right, and the station opened in 1889 by the Metropolitan Railway. actually the driver actually uses that clock there to know when to depart. And because there are no signals on this branch line at all, and in fact the only remaining signals are at Chalfont and Latimer, and also they're collecting signals. So this train here will depart at about 3 p.m. and then the next one at 3:30. So in fact there's a half an hour service on this branch line, and I think that's the least frequent on the tube network. Right, this train is now leaving for its journey to Aldgate. The next train to Aldgate is in half an hour. So if you look at the station without a train in the background, you can tell just how quaint it is. And it's a perfect example of a countryside train station. And there's that disused platform there, and also that garden over there, which won a competition in 1993. And also, one interesting feature about the station, if I just jog again to it, is a water tower up there, which is reminiscent from the days of steam. So horses used to pull like the very first like trains, and then along came steam engines, and then steam was king until the diesels arrived, unfortunately. Garden, and the winning garden in 1993, because there's a plaque on the outside there. Right, there is a bike shelter here, and you got the wonderful signal box up there. Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, yeah. So if you look at this bike, there's actually a signboard which says Zone 9. That's cool. So apparently, Chesham Station is number 1 in the sequence of 270. And this is because it references the 2009 Tube Challenge route. And Chesham was number 1, and Heathrow Terminal 5 is 270. And we'll head through the gate line. Got one of these 20-year Oyster carts. And I don't think you can get any of these anymore. Unless if they're on eBay. And you also got a suggestion box. Which, if you peer, I can't even see anything inside. Or anything in here, too. That's cool. Ticket machines here. This waiting room. With the car park. And a bit of it. A good view of the station through this fence here. And down there is Chesham Station car park. And actually the car park was the site of the former goods yard. And it's now occupied by the car park. And to the left that way, towards that way, is the High Street. And also Chesham is also the path route of flights coming to and from Heathrow. And that way is to the High Street, as I mentioned. Tube roundel here. Badly worn out magenta poles. And also Chesham is one of 4 stations on the tube which has a single platform. The others being Heathrow Terminal 4, Mill Hill East and Kensington Olympia. And here's the Chess Valley Walk. And this map here showing you the walking route. All the way to Rickmansworth Station. excellent examples of countryside. And so much biodiversity. If you're walking in the countryside, you can see so much biodiversity in the forest. It's beautiful. So if you want to have, if you want to travel in some quiet countryside on any metro, come to this part of the Metropolitan line. It's absolutely worth it. That's the drop-off bay, and we'll head back into the station to get my train. So we got these leaflets here for local things to do. Old maid tube maps. Walkers are welcome. There's just so much here. Alright, and because it's a half-hourly service, this is one of the rare stations which has a timetable here. And now we'll enter the station. The delightful signal box. And there's that suggestion box there. And you also got this plaque here, which is the First Class Award in 1993. Right, now we'll wait for my train, which will take me to the next station, Chalfont and Latimer. So we're on board an S8 stock train, and actually this is where I'll explain my future plan. So basically, I want the Chesham and Amersham branches to get split from the Metropolitan line and actually be turned into a new line known as the Chess Valley line. And I want to add a station in between Moore Park and Rickmansworth, and known as Three Rivers, to allow for intending passengers to explore a bit of the valleys there. Also, I want the fast and semi-fast trains to be part of the Chess Valley line. And also I want to add a station at Chesham Boys on the Chesham branch, and a station at Acrewood on the Amersham branch. I also want TfL to add a branch to the new Chess Valley line with a brand new station at Regent's Canal, which will serve the ZSL London Zoo. And we'll head to Chalfont and Latimer next, and that's the only station on the tube to be in Zone 8. The solitary one. Zone 8. Alright, we're now leaving Chesham to head to the next station, Chalfont and Latimer. And we immediately speed up to 35 miles an hour. So here's the car park of Chalfont and Latimer.
The next station is Chalfont and Latimer. Change for Metropolitan line services to Amersham and National Rail services.
And this track here was used by the former Chesham shuttle service, but it was discontinued in 2010 when the S-Stop came. Because the platform there, which was the platform to terminate the Chesham shuttle, can't accommodate the 8-car S-Stocks. It could only accommodate a 4-car A-Stock train. don't touch any of this, please. Somebody else stop. Right, this is the solitary tube station to be in Zone 8. And this station has a 15-minute tube service with 15 minutes to Amersham, trains to Amersham, and 15-minute trains to Chesham. And the village of Latimer is located a mile to the north. And in fact, the station is located in the town of Little Chalfont. And here's the train for Aldgate leaving. Right, we'll now cross over to the other platform to Amersham. There's an underpass here, or a subway. We'll head to the other platform. We'll train to Amersham. It's down this subway, which should be upgraded. We're on the other platform, and see this.
Customer information. For your own safety, please stand behind the yellow line on the platform, as some trains do not stop at this station and pass through at high speed.
So, see this like panel thing on the track? That is actually the subway. And there's that bay platform, which is still intact but not used at all.
Keep your belongings with you at all times. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text British Transport Police on 61016.
For the Chesham trains, they will use a set of points. Right, and I will get some zoomed in footage of it, just to show you why that is. Way deep into the countryside. Here's Chalfont and Latimer's roundel. That way is towards Buckinghamshire, and specifically the towns of Amersham and Chesham. And the station is also really quaint and really pleasant too. Love this station. So, Chiltern trains actually run on this line too. But you may be wondering, well, is the track between Rickmansworth and Amersham Network Rail? No. This is managed by London Underground and not Network Rail. And this is the only place in the country where a National Rail TOC comes under the control of a rapid transit signalling system. There are two other sections on the tube which run alongside other trains, but the track is managed by Network Rail. One is the section between Gunnersbury and Richmond, and the other is the infamous Bakerloo line section between Queen's Park and Harrow and Wealdstone, which has been closed for over a month now because of engineering work. Amersham also sees a half-hourly We're now leaving Chalfont Latimer to enter the final station on our journey, Amersham. This time we don't cross on the set of points. We head straight onto the main line.
Services to Aylesbury. Please take your belongings with you when you leave the train. All change.
And we arrive into the terminus at Amersham.
This is Amersham, where this train terminates.
Right, so we're in the sunny Amersham station, another one of those country stations, and this train here has now terminated and will reverse back to central London. And actually, beyond the station are actually two sidings, and there's a brilliant bit of trivia here because Chesham station is the northernmost and westernmost station on the tube network. But if you're a train operator who drives trains on the Metropolitan line, some trains actually head into those turnback sidings. And if you're at the front of the train, at the sidings' end, then you're actually further west than Chesham, which actually makes Amersham and Chesham technically tied for being the northernmost and westernmost stations on the tube. Confused? Yeah, good. Me too. Anyways, you got this new footbridge here, which heads to the lift area. Yeah, and you got the gate line on the other side, so you have to cross the footbridge to head to the gate line. So this is where the Metropolitan line terminates, but the tracks do not end because they carry on all the way up to Great Missenden, Wendover, Stoke Mandeville, Aylesbury and Aylesbury Vale Parkway, which is run by Chiltern Railways, and that continues on further. And also, actually the property boundary is actually a 45-minute walk that way in Weedon Hill Woods, and technically that is actually the westernmost extremity of the underground, which is all so confusing, and I'm really confused. Me too. Yeah, we'll head out of the station soon. For a long time, Amersham was not the terminus of the Metropolitan Railway. Their railway extended beyond Amersham towards Aylesbury, Verney Junction and Brill via Coynton Road. However, these services were a failure. Eventually, London Transport discontinued all services beyond Aylesbury between 1935 and 1936, with Metropolitan Line services between Amersham and Aylesbury being discontinued in 1961 when electrification reached as far as Amersham. Another fact about Amersham is that this station has the highest elevation of any tube station on the network, being at 147 meters above sea level, even higher than Big Ben, which is insane. Got one of the Chiltern trains into Aylesbury Vale Parkway. Class 168 turbo stop. This is a Chiltern train for Aylesbury Vale Parkway. After Amersham, the next stops on this train will be Great Missenden, Wendover, Stoke Mandeville, Aylesbury and Aylesbury Vale Parkway. Here's a train for London Marylebone. Right, we'll exit the station and then head back into the station again. Got the barriers here, right on the foot of the platforms. Ticket machines there. The drop-off base here, which is cool. And then you got a lovely station building of Amersham Station. It's beautiful, isn't it? So tube trains are blue and Chiltern trains are red on the timetable. Right, so we'll head over to the other platform to get my train back into central London, which is the tube train. And another reader there, not a gate. So Amersham is a gate station. Here you can get a good view down onto the side platforms. I really wish that they could have added a fourth platform here, but they can't do that because there's not enough space. I'm taking this train back into central London. Can't see that. Right, we are now leaving Amersham. Bye bye Amersham. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of the Buckinghamshire Tube Triangle. If you did, please like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.